That can die. I don't care about the Lissandra dying. Gives me time to shapeshift. Oh, Hush. He got Hush. That fucks me so hard, right? Yikes. Okay, GG's. GG's. Second place, 6 shapeshifters. Hello everyone. So I've been experimenting quite a bit with shapeshifters. If you're following my stream, you definitely know that. So at the start, I'm just looking for basically anything that can help me build GA or Morelos, because I think those are the two strongest items in the game right now. In this game, we do end up getting the 6 shapeshifters up. But instead of going the wild route, I decided to experiment and go with the elementalist route, because I do think if you have 6 shapeshifters and 3 elementalists, it's pretty strong. I do end up getting second place in this game, but I'll just walk you guys through my thought process. So right here, I'm not really getting, well, the items that I'm really looking for. I hit a Kazan 2, so I just make it and put it in, and we just put in some other units. Probably we end up adding some nobles in later. I did pick up the Nidalee here because, well, I mean, if we hit more, that's always good. So as you can see now, we have some shapeshifters and we have Warwick, so that gives us wild on the Nidalee as well on the bench, which feels okay. So I think right now I should be already making some items, but I'm not really sure what I want to make yet, so I don't. So at least I think I could have put a bow on a vein or something, you know, like, not that it would have won me this round, but at least it, you know, gave me a chance. So here we hit the Nidalee, and I definitely kind of want to put her in, so that's what I do. And we start making items on her because she's level 2 now. But I'm just thinking, like, okay, what are my best items? I should probably put the GA on her and then swap it out later. I don't have a J yet. Sorry, never mind. And I want to save the Morelos for the Garen. I think that's what I'm doing here. So we're kind of hitting a lot of knights as well. So we have shapeshifters and knights up at the moment. I just sold off my gunslinger, which feels a bit bad now that I just hit the Lucian. But I really enjoy playing shapeshifters a lot. So I do tend to maybe like go for it a lot, even though I know it's not the strongest comp. So we do win against this guy, which feels really great. So now we're just looking for making that GA mostly, because GA is just a really strong item still. I still think it's one of the strongest in the game. And so we get it up on the Nidalee here, I think. Yeah, there you go. Because I think it's like, I see a lot of people doing this, right? They're not using their items. And for me, I really prefer to use my items instead of losing super hard. And yeah, sure, it means that sometimes your item ends up on the wrong unit, but it's a sacrifice I'm 100% willing to make to not lose like a whole lot of health early in the game. So right now we're gonna, I think, slowly start looking for some econ. I want to sell off the Nid just because in case I would lose, just in case that would give me economy. I do end up winning, so I was not expecting that, as you can tell. So I sold off the Nidalee, which in this case I shouldn't have. So right now we still have a Morelos on the bench. I kind of want to use it. I should probably honestly put in the Garen over the Darius and just throw the Morelos on there. I also I don't like making cursed blades, and I'm just looking what items I'm gonna get. So here we have the option also to make a red buff, which is, you know, always interesting, but I'm not sure if that's really what I want to make. But I do think it's pretty good because, you know, we are in a noble meta. So I just throw it on the Nidalee for now, and, you know, hopefully the idea is that the Nidalee will come off. You will see in this game she will end up staying till the end though. So yeah, we're just chilling, slowly econing up. As you can see, we are at 30 gold, which is pretty good. We get wild up, but now the knights kind of feel out of place. But, well, you know, I have to slowly transition out to them. You can't really just toss everything out for that. I think I should pick up the Rengar here because I'm not at the gold anyways. And if I want to go shapeshifters, I should save the Elise because it's gonna be way harder for me to start hitting her later on. So we're picking up some other units. This also means I could go like some Imperial Assassin kind of thing here, but I decide against it and go for more brawlers, and here is where I kind of start swapping everything around. The next thing is taking out the Kazakhs for sure. Not the Kazakhs, sorry, the Kassadin. So right now our Nidalee is doing quite a lot of work. We do end up winning most games now, which is of course really nice because it means I can econ more and don't have to worry so much about my health. So I think we're looking for a Morelos, I guess. I hope I picked up a belt there. I couldn't really see. Oh yeah, I did. So that's good. That's great. I also have a Shyvana, which I kind of want to keep for shapeshifters, but a Morelos on a Shyvana just doesn't make any sense. So we sell her off, and we look for probably I think the cannon here to put the Morelos on. But there's nothing really I want to sell yet, so I don't really want to use my Morelos on another champion for now, at least. So I can maybe put it on the Warwick because I don't think Warwick makes it in the final comp, but at this point I'm not sure yet because I might end up going with some kind of brawler variation. And now we're also getting up, well, close to getting up Voids, so it makes it interesting that we could possibly transition into that depending on our roles, pretty much. So right now we're still doing decent. We're winning most games at least. So here is the cannon, which brings me a step closer to Elementalists for sure. And it is something that I wanted to try out. I wanted to try out Shapeshifter Elementalists to see if like that's a decent enough front line to survive with until you can shapeshift. You'll notice that most of the times it isn't though. Also my Jace is in a really awkward position here. I should definitely change that. We're hitting a lot of Jaces, so I just decided to pick them up. Because, you know, like getting a level 3 unit for free, well, not free, I mean, you obviously spend some gold in it, but Jace is pretty bad anyways, and on level 3 he might be relatively decent. So I think the main issue with shapeshifters right now is actually the fact that you have quite a few bad units or units that at least fall off. That was a really, really big Hextech there, as you can tell. But like, for example, Elise, she's a pretty bad unit. Chase is a pretty bad unit. My Nidalee is just AFKing there. Okay. Nidalee kind of falls off in my opinion. So this is the main issue I have with shapeshifters at the moment, is that the standalone units, just not the greatest. So we're picking up some Nars, which of course is really great if we're trying to go the 6 shapeshifter direction. And we're still winning most games just because of the Nidalee carrying pretty much. Which is, you know, awesome. Way to go, Nid. This is what I like about Nidalee, is like early and mid game, she's super, super strong. It's only late game that she really falls off. So I think, I'm not sure if I actually end up taking up more Nidalees, but what could have been a pretty decent play, in my opinion, is trying to really like look for other Nidalees so I can transfer my items. And I don't think I do it this game. I'm not 100% sure, or maybe I just don't get any. I will have to check. So here we're just getting frozen to death, but I think we still win this. Yeah, so the Nidalee is still doing a decent amount of work. So our Elise is already level 2, so I don't really feel the need to pick her up. And I'm kind of looking like, how can I transition this into Elementalist if I hit the brand and the cannon? Like one more cannon, that is, so I have a level 2. So right now we're still doing okay. And just wrecking faces. So as you can see, we dropped to 47 health, and after that we just stabilized super, super hard, and you know, like the Nidalee is doing still most of the work, which is, yeah, kind of amazing. And so we're just chilling, taking up some items. So we got a lot of items, and we have kind of good items to, you know, put on my cannon here if I hit her. So we pick up the Shyvana. We are at 70 gold if I see that right. So it's a really like a lot of gold, and I should definitely start using it. So now we lose, which is, yeah, pretty bad. Like, this is like, I'm not really sure if I like the new change where you take more damage based on how many rounds you've played, because I don't know, like it really ramps up super fast. Like, you can't really afford to lose any game late and in the late. Like, I lost like 17 health there just from one fight, which is just really, really bad. So now we got elementalists up, and I'm thinking, okay, what am I taking out? And I'm like, okay, there's a second chase there. Let's just take that out for now. So now we have elementalist, shapeshifter, brawler up, with Hextech as well, and ninja, of course, and we have wild as well. But I think we do transition out of wilds. So here the Draven is just too strong for me. It kills me. That's okay. I don't really mind. Oh, so here, of course, I really, really want that Swain with the GA, but yeah, there's not a chance in the world I'm gonna get it. So I decided to go for a tier. I'm not really sure why. I guess I just want some of my units to ult faster, and so I put it there. So yeah, we're just chilling. There's another brand. I know I already have the brand level 2 now. So we're still in the game. It's a bit unfortunate that I didn't hit that brand before, because it would have been a closer fight and I would have had more health to play with. We hit the Vi as well. So now I think we are, pretty strong. Honestly, we have elementalists up. We have our shapeshifters, and we're doing a lot of damage. So here is a hurricane, but I'm not really sure. It's not it's a great item for sure, but it's not really great in my comp, right? I think I'll just toss it on the brand, because he seems to be the best unit for it, which is great. So we pick up the Swain. So now we have, now I want to go for the 6 shapeshifter build. The problem is, I lose elementalists for it, which I don't really like, of course. Elementalist it's great to have. But I do think the 6 shapeshifters is worth it more. So here I think at the end I'm debating on whether I should go elementalists or hextech. And I think I decide on elementalists, but you'll see that in the last game it will lose me the fight. I think if I would have gone for Hextech there instead of Elementalist, we had a way higher chance of winning. So here I'm debating, should I not? Just looking for some more upgrades, and we're not finding anything. And so I think this one I lose. Okay, so this was the end. So here, yeah, I think to be fair, if I would have put in Hextech, there was a way higher chance of me winning that, but I think it was just it felt weird to not run 2 brawlers anymore and still run the Hextech with the Vi, so that's why I decided to go for Elementalist, but I do think Hextech was the play here. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned a thing or two, and come check me out live, and subscribe below. See you guys in the next one.